Alright, so here we're out in the lagoon with the hydrojetter. The hose I'm running in there is high pressure water with a nozzle. It blows water forward and backwards to cut through clogs and then blow it back out the line. And we did this over 3 different days. His jetter holds 500 gallons. We ran 4 loads a day through. Now, after that plugged, or after we tried jetting it and it wouldn't go, it was moving but slow. We weren't making any progress. So that's where we're digging it up. We got to the pipe. Now I'm cutting the pipe open because we determined that that's where the clog was, where we couldn't get the jetter to go anymore. Tapping on the pipe with a hammer, we could also hear differences, tones in the pipe, kind of to where the clog was. One side sounded hollow and the other side wasn't. So I'm just cutting it with a sawzall, and we wind up cutting right there the top half of the pipe off. There's no hole in the pipe there. It's not broken or anything. Just trying some different tools, what would work best to cut the pipe. You can see there in front of my foot, the pipe is already open there, and it's full of gravel. There's some more of it. All the white little bits, that's barn lime, and it's just sand and gravel. And all that comes from what the cows drag in the barn when they come in. Because after this plugged, we started scraping the walk in the barn into piles and hauling it out. And over a couple days of doing that, you'll get a wheelbarrow load of just sand, gravel, things like that. And here I am digging a bunch of it out. You can see it's more barn lime. There's some bigger rocks. Those I think pretty much come in between the cows' hooves when they come in from pasture. It's amazing to see if you start watching what they will bring in their feet. So yeah, just digging some more of that out, digging up in the pipe because there's dirt way up in the pipe there yet. This stuff was all pretty loose in there that the jetter I think had kind of chewed up. Just couldn't pull it out. And you can't tell it here, but the part of the pipe that I'm standing on is the lowest part in the pipe. So it comes downhill from the barn, and this is the bottom of it, and from here it goes back uphill into the lagoon. Definitely not an ideal design, but that's the way it was done. I jumped out of the way there because the clog, which is what you see here, moved forward some because there is pressure. That's the barn side that I'm standing on, and there's pressure from the pump pushing on that yet. So you'll see more of that moving here in a little bit. There's still dirt up where I'm digging. I just can't reach it with the shovel right now. That's a little piece of wire that was in there that I hooked with the shovel. You get little bits of hardware. There's a little hose clamp there. Stuff that accumulates, falling in the gutter here and there. You drop something and can't find it, and you definitely will find it all in here because this is the bottom of the line. But nothing of that fell in there was big enough to clog it. I think this was just strictly dirt, kind of just sifting off in the low spot in the pipe. So we'll get some more digging here. I think the main reason for this happening was the fact that we backed off on how much straw we were running into this thing. For years we ran quite a bit of straw, calf pen pack and stuff through here, and never had any trouble with dirt buildup. And since we had this all apart a few years ago, we backed off on that. And I think it made it about 2 or 3 years and it plugged like this. So we are definitely going back to running more bedding through, more straw. We tried wood shavings at one time, and that caused it to plug as well. So going back to more straw. But we'll watch here for a while and you can see the clog move.
Ooh, what's that?
after I had the coffee this morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I might be ready to jump back.
Well, you're the one that's like, oh.
Man, look at how hard that is.
The pump running on it night and day for how long?
The pipe's just super constipated. You just need to give it some X-Lax.
Yeah.
There she is.
There's the gold. Did Jason say it's a corn poop? Yeah, look at
What do I know in case it's catastrophic?
yeah. See, that's what was happening. That clog was just sweeping all that.
Yeah.
Should be clean from the barn to here.
It just couldn't build up enough pressure to make it up
Got
the.
down in this dip and pushed it uphill from here.
Here's the catalog.
There's the thing. Whew.
I rinsed that corn off and refeed it.
It's interesting how it's all a big wad of corn in that area. It looks like you're feeding out market steers.
Big rock in there.
Just got a lot of gravel up in there.
That's the worst part too, is if you try to jet that again, you're pushing some of that gravel right back down, aren't you?
If I use that, what you call it, that one nozzle he's got, it just blows back. It's more for like clearing.
At least now the way it's moving, I bet if you started pumping thick stuff through right away, it would, you know, if you had plenty of bedding in there, I think we're actually going now.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking of doing, is pumping stuff in there while it's open?
Well, now we're going to try to get all this crap out of this hole. Come on, get over there. slowly been working on the pipe. Paul's down there just filling underneath it. I got a piece spliced in there. I bought that clamp. I found a place, Dairyland Supply. They had one on the shelf. So I bought that one, and then I was able to find a piece of steel, already bent piece of pipe, and had the welding shop put a couple angles on there, and we got that clamped down. So I'm just going to backfill under, get some good dry material under there. I'm not going to completely cover it in yet. I want to run it for a few days just to make sure that everything's sealed up good and we don't have any other cracks or anything. But we're going to run in the barn now and see if we can run some manure through it. Well, there, a clean barn. The barn was completely full, so we had plenty of manure. And then I cleaned that calf pen in there too. Some of you might say I shouldn't be running that long straw in there, that much straw, but we used to run a lot of that in here and we never had any trouble. And once I kind of backed off on doing that, then we got all that gravel build up. So I'm going to keep running that calf pen manure there and keep the cows bedded up good. Obviously, I mean, you can't have it dry. You got to have some water and stuff with it, but it actually the manure made it out to the end here, so that's excellent there. That's awesome to see that. Should have pushed all that stuff out of there. What I'm going to do now, I won't get any video of it, but this door, because this flap is supposed to be shut, but this is kind of spread out and stuff over time, so I'm going to see if I can kind of get that fixed up and working again like it should. But I think we're going to wrap this video up here, and I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank everybody that's helped with this. I want to thank Caleb for letting me use his backhoe, my brother Paul, my dad, my friend Johnny. He's the one that got that clamp for me. Just if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize, but everybody's been working on it. The kids been in there digging and helping. So yeah, thank you all again. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.